Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. I want to do individual videos highlighting the clones, the very good free-to-play characters that Dokkan did drop. I did do a video, kind of just like a group showcase of them, just kind of like to cover them. It looks like it was 6 days ago now, to just kind of like cover like how effective they were and stuff like that. But I do still like to do individual showcases for every single character. And one reason this took me so long is that I did want to grind them. And not just really like grind them up, right? Okay, so here we've got the build for the AGL Clone, and I've got the good equips as well. And then it's the exact same thing for this version right here. So remember, each one of the clones, there's a regular art, and then there's also an alternate art. And there is no difference between them whatsoever, right? It's just, it is the same unit, and like they would, like it's, so like, if we jump over here, right, like these are two separate characters. Like I got this character link level 10, and I also got this character link level 10, right? Like I got the equips for one, and I also grind up the equips for the other, right? So I wanted to make sure, what we'll do is we'll probably just do 2 runs here, and we'll kind of, you know, use, like one we'll just use the alternate art, and one we'll use kind of like the regular clone art. One thing that is very interesting about these characters too, before we jump in, is that they start as TURs. They drop as TURs. It does kind of make me think, like, I mean, at this point in Dokkan's lifespan, I feel like there's some reason they can't just do this, right? Like, just drop them as TURs. I don't know. All right, well, let's just go ahead and jump in. Let's see how effective these clones are, starting with the AGL Clone. I think the AGL Clone is pretty effective. This is one that you could really use in some of the difficult content right now. Alright guys, we are hopping into an event, and we got the AGL Clone right away. For this kind of like first run, this first team we're doing right here, I mean, if I'm gonna seriously try and win, one thing I definitely, like, we do need the LR Goku Black on each rotation, right, with the massive support he gives. So, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna do this. Now, one major part of the clones, this is probably, I guess, their biggest weakness, and this does apply to all of them, but it would be that you do need to include all 5 extreme types on the team. That is a pretty tough condition. That does kind of, like, close your team building options quite a bit. And, I mean, if we're talking specifically for super bosses, which is what the LR Goku Black and Zamasu lead, right, that does take away a very powerful character, well, 2 really, in the physical Kale Khalifa and the tech Kale Khalifa, if we want to also be running the clones at full power, right? That's a huge thing to keep in mind. So, all right, let's get going. Let's just move fast here. So, I could just go ahead and hit this. LR Goku Black and Zamasu are going to be getting buffed. Keep in mind that the AGL Clone, who remember is the main showcase character right here, is a 2-turn support type unit if we have all 5 extreme types, which we do have. Link set, all the clones have the same link set. Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Super Saiyan, Big Bad Bosses, Attack of the Clones, and Shattering the Limit. Attack of the Clones is them kind of bullshitting. By the way, Attack of the Clones is exactly why. I know people want the free-to-play Shadow Dragons. I mean, I would say this as gently as I can, but that would get my personality to convey it. I don't really give a fuck. I want the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta clones, okay? They can easily make, like, the Shadow Dragons good, but this, like, clone idea is sick. And, like, it's, like, this is the time specifically where they could do, like, a clone thing with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and it does actually make a ton of sense. They can easily, right, make Omega and, like, a bunch of Shadow Dragons cool. This exact idea with Rose, they could do with Gogeta, and I think it would be really cool. But yeah, look at this link, right? Like, what's going on here, man? Like, they don't, okay. Anyway, silly link. Now remember, we do have to select same type orbs. So for the AGL Clone right here, getting an AGL orb gives them an extra 20% chance to dodge, which is pretty good. Because right now, we have a team he gets buffs based on Future Saga allies on the team and Future Saga clone allies on the team. We have full buffs activated right here. You need 5 clones to have the full buffs up, and we did do exactly that. So right now, the AGL Clone is kind of like working with max effectiveness. And this Goku Black and Zamasu are being buffed right now by the clone, right? All right, so let's see what the clone does after this, of course. The clone, by the way, well, let's see. Let me see this attack stat. He could do a lot of attacks, too. So we're at 14 million right here. When attacking, he gets 2 guaranteed additionals, each of which has a 70% chance to be a super. All right, we failed. I got the normal there. Then here's the other one. What? And then hit potential system? Oh, my Christ. Of course. Whatever, dude. Of course. Yeah, very, very common, man. Very normal. Sure, dude. Yeah, so there's all of our additionals, dude. Very good, very good. I guess that was the perfect time for him to do that, because that was good for maximum lulls, right? Uh-huh. That's not very lulsy right there. All right, chat. Let's see how we do. I am gonna do the int clone back here. Decent chance he lives, I guess. Let's see. What is that Rose super for? Oh God, he supers for 3.7 is what that AGL Rose super for back there. Yeah. All right. 3.7 back there, sure. Sure. Okay, so we got that. The reason I'm showing this rotation too right here, remember, the clone Goku Black, AGL Clone, if we have all 5 extreme types on the team, which we do, the AGL Clone gets 150% attack and defense, and then gives all allies 30% attack for 2 turns. So on top of being a dodger, where he can get up to 50% dodge, 70% dodge, 90% dodge. He has 90% dodge. He gets super 4 times, and he's a 2-turn attack support. Obviously, that's really good, right? Like, the AGL Clone might be my favorite. In specific fights, the Tech Clone could be very good, but it's only very specific fights where the Tech Clone is going to be good. All right, so let's do this. Let's just get a couple of rotations right here. Next turn, we're actually going to be able to get the, whatchamacallit, the thing. The Goku Black and Zamasu active skill support, which is going to be super, super good for us. Is there anything major else I need to talk about the AGL Clone? I guess I could highlight this real quick, right? As the 2nd or 3rd attacker in the turn. So this is like just when they show up. So when the fight starts, if they start out in slot 1, nothing you can do about this, you're not going to get this. And if you do float them, they are going to return to you, and they're not going to be creating orbs, right? If you float them when they return the following turn. But if you run them in slot 2, they'll show up in the next turn in slot 3, and they would create orbs. But besides that, we basically have actually talked about most of what this guy does. I guess we could just start pressing forward right here. And just continue to get a lot of footage, and then we'll do a second run where I'm just going to use the other AGL Clone as well, right? Or yeah, the non-alternate art one. Again, there's not really any difference. You could just get whichever one you want to, and grind them up or whatever. But the clones are effective. I think a lot of these guys, they were actually given real tools to really actually help out. And it does help a lot of what this guy does, where he's giving the massive buff to any characters with Goku Black in the name, which hits all the clones. So all the clones, I mean, the way it works is we run LR Goku Black and... Oh my God! 4 consecutive additional normals? Okay. I was like, dude, that's not fair. 4 consecutive additional normals? I don't know if anyone's ever done that before. With how many of those were 70%? Alright, he gave us a 3 super turn, which I'll take, though. Alright, that's good. 3 super turn is good, for sure. Now, remember, he has 90% dodge right there. And, I mean, every one of those super attack effects gave him 50% attack and defense, right? Which is definitely pretty good. So, not really too bad at all there, I'd say. Okay. So, alright, let's just come back on the next turn. I'm going to go ahead and pop Goku Black and Zamasu's major support right here. I guess I'll actually probably just go ahead and play the animation, too, whatever. Yeah, let's just do it.
人間ゼロ計画を成し遂げるため最も醜い者に重い罰を受けてもらう
Alright, guys, we're going to drop the second... Oh, what are you doing back there, silly goose? Dude, they want to get this Int clone out of here, man. Alright, so I'm going to drop the second Goku Black active skill. I'm a little nervous, though, because the damage on this is going to be nuts. And then, yeah, Goku Black himself is going to hit quite hard, too. Maybe if I just hit like this, the AGL Clone would certainly be able to get some attacks in. This is a good turn. We've got a lot of support. We're just generally looking very good right here. All right, let's do this, and let's see how it's going to go. Hopefully the Goku Black in slot 1 doesn't go too crazy. I mean, if he wants to get additional normals, no crits, stuff like that. Oh, well, actually, he is going to guaranteed crit, isn't he? Yeah, I guess maybe I should have just kept attacking Immortal Zamasu, huh? Okay. Sure. Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, the thing is, all the clones... I mean, AGL Clone is giving him support right there, right? But it's like, we, you know, just start doing a lot of damage as we get further and further and further in here. And shit begins to get very, very silly. Alright, so we got one more turn going where we're going to have a lot of support up. We just hit very, very hard. Dude, the team is very cohesive. I guess... Yeah, the bosses in this event, they kind of don't have enough HP to be good showcase stages, huh? Like, it's like we get the crit, and then like, oh, okay, now this guy does. All right, sure. All right, we'll come back. Remember that we're getting 2-turn AGL Clone support right here. All right, guys. So here we are for our next rotation. Okay, this one's going to be good. We could just hit that. We're definitely not going to kill. And then the AGL Clone is going to be able to cut up a little bit for us. Perfect. All right, let's see how the AGL Clone does on this turn. We still have the support from both LR, Goku Black, and Zamasu's, right? Wait, that attack set was really low. Oh my god, is that a gimmick that this Fusion Zamasu has? No. Okay. We're good. Alright, there's that. Sure. Alright, keep going, Mr. Clone. Keep it up. Oh, yeah, right. This is the final phase. Bro, this fight. Okay. Okay, yep, there we go. Cool. Remember, we have 90% dodge with this guy, by the way. And he's given 2-turn support. So, I mean, I like the AGL Clone a lot. I've used him quite a bit. In like the special battle and some of the difficult content stages for sure. I do like the AGL Clone quite a bit, yeah. Okay, let's just do another run where I'm gonna just like run the alternate art, and then maybe what I might do is I might run some characters like the Super Easy A Zamasu Goku and maybe some other characters like that, right? But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into a run with the normal art clone. Alright guys, here we are in another run. Let's see how we're gonna do here. We do have a scouter up, right? So there is nothing going on, because I still did... No, we don't. No, we don't have... Yeah, okay, because for the second run, remember, there's no difference between, like, the alternate art and regular art. For the first run, we looked at what it's like with, like, max clones, right? In the second one, though, I did want to bring a couple of, like... I mean, I don't know. Like, it's... The super easy, like, Zamasu Goku, I mean, is kind of, like, on par with the clones, right? But, like, obviously, like, super easy Goku Black is, like, way above most most of the clones and most of the situations. I mean, it depends. The AGL clone with his support, though, certainly can be very handy. Okay, wait, doesn't the int clone... I want to take a look at his super attack effect. I don't have that memorized off the top of my head. The int clone gives allies 15% defense for 2 turns once he supers. Okay, yup. And then the physical clone, he's just giving himself stats. Alright, doesn't really matter too much. I guess I'll just do this. We'll kind of just get him out of the way. We can put the AGL clone right here because, I mean, Rose, I think, is more of a scary threat for us. And let's just go ahead and see what we look like right here, right? So remember, I don't have every typing represented. And then we also... Okay, well, yeah. Okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's what happens when we don't have Goku Black and Zamasu in each rotation. Alright, here we go. So just next to Goku Black and Zamasu, we have 4 links. Let's just put them in slot 1. Let's see how we're gonna do here. Right, the second run, I mean, we kind of saw, like, what the stats are gonna look like, you know, for the AGL clone, running him on kind of like the full clone team with the LR Goku Black and Zamasu. So that worked out well. Let's kind of, like, see how he's gonna do here. Yeah, much weaker, right, than the numbers we saw before. It's like, when you have all the clones together, when all typings are represented, it's just, we see a much higher performance from the clones overall. So it's like, we can, like, go into some of the fights and, you know, like, use some of them or something like that, but oftentimes, even when I've gone into, like, the special battle, and I'm gonna, you know, try and, like, use some of the clones, I do like to make sure to include the all 5 extreme types. I think that's a pretty huge effect. I mean, for the AGL clone here, he's getting 150% attack and defense, and then all allies to 30% attack for 2 turns. That's just off of having all 5 extreme types on the team, right? Alright guys, just wanted to get another little rotation here. Unfortunately, we can't get any AGL orbs since the tech clone changed them, but the AGL orbs just give him more dodge anyway. Just wanted to try and get a couple of different situations with the clones, switching up the team builds a little bit, showing some of these characters. I mean, overall, I do like the clones, and I do like the AGL clone as one of the best. Because, like, right now, I mean, this happened last Tanabata 2. It wasn't real... Well, it wasn't really a thing to Tan. What is it? Yeah, the Omega Shenron fight was very difficult towards the end of Tanabata 2 years ago. But, you know, we get to Tanabata and, like, kind of like power creep hits, right? Like, you know, stronger, nastier enemies do show up. And then that's something that did happen here, right? With the Goku Black that we have to fight very quickly. He is a very, very scary boss, right? That Goku Black that we have to deal with, a special battle. And dodge is more relevant than it's been in quite some time. So because of how useful dodge is, I think that makes the AGL clone quite good. Okay, you know, there is one thing I forgot to mention about the clones, and as we're seeing them attack, they do have the 50% chance of the super attack transforming for extra power. The extra power, it's when the animation ends with them doing the Ki Blast volley, by the way. When it ends with them doing the Ki Blast volley, that's when it, transforms for extra power. Or exactly what it says right here is 50% chance of super attack transforming for supreme power, right? And it's the one that ends with the actual Ki Blast barrage there. All right, guys, so there was the AGL clone right here. Again, we'll focus in on each one of the clones and do a video on all of them, right? So this is Embodiment of Endless Fury, Goku Black, Super Saiyan Rose, Clone AGL, right? So just like the Metal Cooler, like, clones had this, where, you know, it was, they all had the typing in their name. So does this one, so that we could use all of them, right? Leader skill is all types, Ki 3, and 50% stats. Passive skill is Ferocious Clone. As the second or third attacker in the turn at the start of turn, the clone will change STR key spheres to AGL key spheres. Now remember, that's like literally when he spawns in, he has to be in slot 2 or 3. So if the fight starts and he's in slot 1, he's not going to create the orbs. Nothing you could do about that, right? Per Future Saga ally in the team, you get 40% attack and defense up to 200% and 10% dodge up to 50%. Per future Saga category ally whose name includes Clone, you get 30% defense up to 150% and 4% dodge up to 20%. Then, if the team includes all 5 extreme types, the Clone gets 150% attack and defense, and then gives all allies 30% attack for 2 turns. With 1 AGL key sphere obtained, the Clone gets a extra 20% chance to dodge, which can push him up to 90% dodge with all conditions met, which is obviously very good, right? Like, that's nice when the bosses are super in for, 15 million plus. Then when attacking, the Clone gets 200% attack and defense, and then gets 2 additionals, each of which has a 70% chance to be a super. The super attack is the Waltz of Chaos, which gives 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, and does supreme damage to the enemy. And then, remember, these Clone super attacks, there's a 50% chance of the super attack transforming for supreme power, just like, kind of like, Int Buhan, right? Int Buhan has the same thing going on. Then links are Dismal Future, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Super Saiyan, Big Bad Bosses, Attack of the Clones, and Shattering the Limit. 12 key multiplier, 140%. That's a normal level for, like, free-to-play characters, banner units, those types of units. Yeah, okay, so that covers all of that. Here are the best linking partners. Obviously, all the other clones. Some of the Rose Goku Blacks. And then, of course, there is the Tag Goku Black and Zamasu, right? Remember, there is also the regular art version. You have the alternate art version, and then you have the regular art version. And there is no difference. They are separate units, right? But keep in mind that these characters, they can't actually even be run on the same team. That's a huge part in this, right? So if we head over here, and let's just go AGL and Future. So we have the alternate clone on the team. We can't go with the regular clone, right? So that's that right there. Finally, let's just go ahead and take a look at the categories that the AGL clone has. Now, this is good because, remember, like, any missions for older content, like, I could send Iron Cane to go clear out a lot of missions. Remember the GT Legendary Goku event had a difficult Kuroda Body and Mind mission, right? Like, 4 years ago? Well, not really too tough now. So, for starters, the clones are all on the Realm of Gods category team. A lot more options there, which is good. The clones are also on the Future Saga team, of course. Yep. Nice, nice. Then the clones are on the Time Traveler category team. Yeah, wow. So they even get stuff like Time Traveler, huh? That's pretty good to be on Time Travelers. We'll take it. We'll take it. Because obviously the clones themselves, well, I don't think they're traveling through time. I mean, I love how there's no explanation for what the scythe and all that shit is. Like, Goku Black is just like, yeah, fam, I don't know either, man. I got no clue, dude. The clones are also on Inhuman Deeds, so they pretty much just get most of Goku Black's categories. They're also on Kuroda Body and Mind, so now this is exactly... Now, Kuroda Body and Mind is significantly strengthened now. Right, now that we could just run LR Goku Black and Zamasu plus all the clones, just a gargantuan buff. And all the different, like, easy A's and stuff like that for these Goku Blacks. So Kuroda Body and Mind, as one of the worst categories forever, is now pretty solid, which is good. Then, Goku Black is also on, or the clone is on, Accelerated Battle. Yeah, yep. This is the Accelerated Battle category team. Cool. Then, we're also over here on the Worldwide Chaos category team. Nice strong villain category right there. We also have the Power Beyond Super Saiyan category team. Cool, cool, cool. Then we have the Power of Wishes category team. Yep, nice. We also have Super Bosses. So, I mean, some of these have been tough missions. Kuroda Body and Mind, Super Bosses. Now these are just a joke to clear, right? So that's good. And then finally, they are on the Successor category team as well. So there is the AGL clone. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.